That's right, I do have quite the extensive hostel experience, and it's something that comes so natural to me, almost like second nature, that it never occurred to me that maybe some of you might have some issues when booking one, especially for the first time. So without further ado, let me show you my process for booking hostels.
Okay, I'm going to head on over to HostelWorld.com, which is pretty much the only website that I use to book hostels. And today I wanted to choose a city that I've actually never been to, which is Paris, although I did take the subway once in Paris, but I don't think that counts. Just so I'm not biased by any hostel that I've stayed at before. Friday the 12th of May, and stay 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, and maybe 4 nights. So just one guest here, and let's see what's available. I'm sure it will be a little expensive because the summer is approaching. First, you want to put in a filter, right? So I just want to stay in a dorm room, and I'm gonna go ahead and click all of these except for female dorm for obvious reasons. As suspected, these are quite expensive, but let's say I had the money to stay at a hostel in Paris, which one would I choose? So the next thing I would do is sort by best rated. And some of the ones that will come up will have like superb ratings, like this one 9.4, but there's only 11 total reviews. So you can't really trust a hostel that only has 11 reviews. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it's just not something I do. You want to look at the ones that have a really high rating with also a relatively high amount of reviews. The People has 833 reviews and it has a 9.2, which is excellent. So that's a possibility. Same thing with Madrigal. You know, I probably wouldn't look at anything below 8.7 in this case. These two will have lower ratings because they have thousands of reviews. So I'd say honestly it's between these first 4 here. We're not counting Beau. So The People, Madrigal, The People again, and Plug-in Montmartre. Okay, then I would probably look at the prices. So we've got dorms from 98, 48, 73, and 56. I think that kind of makes the decision a little easier. I would probably go for the 2 cheapest ones. So what I'm gonna do is open up a new tab with The People. This one that is $56 per night. And another tab with, oh, they're both The People, okay. Another tab with this one. And I guess because they're the same company, I'm gonna try to understand the differences between them. I might take a look at some of the photos. Let's see here, okay. It's got a rooftop, which is always excellent. Nice chill out spot. Yeah, it looks pretty decent, pretty clean. The next thing I would be thinking about is the location. How good is this location? And right here it says perfect location. Okay, and then let's understand the difference between this one and this one. Here apparently the location is also great. Looks pretty swinging inside. Got a bar. Yeah, because it's the same company, I mean, these two look fantastic. I would stay at any one of these. Oh, that's a nice view there, isn't it? Okay. One of them is 8.7 and the other one is 9.2. For some reason, The People in Paris, Bercy, or I don't know how to say that, but I see here it's just a couple metro stops from the Gare de Lyon, which is like a metro station. Safe 12th district. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would look at the reviews because it's really important for me, at least, to stay at hostels that have good reviews for solo travelers. I do sort the reviews by newest because I don't care if the hostel was great 5 years ago, I need to know if it's good now. So this guy chose it because it's close to the subway station, great views, had a nice time. Excellent facilities, top notch, not a party hostel, it says here. So if you were looking for something more social, maybe this isn't the place for you. And it really depends. Sometimes I am looking for a party hostel and sometimes I want something more chill. And in general, you can just see that everyone was pretty satisfied with this hostel. So honestly, if I was looking for something a little more chill, I would just go for this place, The People in Paris. But you know what? If I was looking for something a little more upbeat, something more of a party hostel, I would go back to the first page here. And I'd try to find some of those, because sometimes party hostels have bad reviews because there are some people trying to sleep and some people trying to party. Ideally, the hostel knows how to separate those people, or the people that want to chill also shouldn't be staying at party hostels, and then they end up giving it a bad review because they didn't know it was a party hostel. So I would look at something that had like similar pricing. So I was gonna pay 56 per night. Let's see, I could look at Le Village, which is an 8.2. And I could look at Generator. I think Generator is actually a bit of a party hostel, I'm not sure. And this one is too expensive. Yeah, so then I've opened up a new tab with Le Village. Let's look at the reviews. Sometimes the photos give you a good idea of if it's more agitated or not. This actually looks pretty quiet too, but let's look at the reviews. Great hostel location is excellent. Okay, this one says it's filthy, but you just never know like how high people's bars are, so I don't always trust it. So here we go. This is what I was looking for. Would not recommend if you want to meet people and be social. So honestly, if I was looking for something more social, I would just give up on that one right away. Let's look at the Generator, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a well-known brand in the hostel industry. Let's look at some of the photos. I see there might be some more like party vibes here. We've got some beer pong or ping pong. Yeah, so this one looks like it could be a little more upbeat. Let's look at the reviews. Nice staff, nice place. Okay, let's look at this bad one here. Not helpful, not resourceful, don't even want to try to help. You just never know. Let's keep on looking. So here we go. The people made the place enjoyable. That could be a good sign. Staff and guests were very nice. Okay, this is the second complaint about the staff. No vibe, no place to chill. Yeah, I don't really see that a lot of people loved it for its social vibes either. And maybe in Paris there's not a hostel that kind of offers that party vibe with good quality. I'm gonna have one more look. So far, I'm still staying at that first one we looked at, The People. And then we have like cheaper options, but I wouldn't go past the second page since I ordered the hostels by reviews. I might look at it just like one more that has a lot of reviews. Yeah, let's look at Les Régions. We've got, so far it looks pretty clean and decent. Also doesn't look like there's much going on. What's funny is they always put in pictures of like tons of girls at the hostels because they know the guys will book it if it's like, oh, there's tons of girls, but not always the case when you get there. Okay, so probably not the best location, which is not great, although not very social. Yeah, I can see why some of these are low scores. Bathroom was covered in mold. Absolutely great location. Okay, so some people do like the location. Let's try to see if what the vibes are like, you know. Seems like they're not really happy with the bathroom either. Down the road from the supermarket, which is always good. Yeah, it just seems like a lot of people are complaining about the bathrooms, so just okay. The only good thing, all right, so I think, you know, I'm gonna have to give up on looking for another one. I would probably stay at the first one, so I'm gonna go back to that one. So The People, Paris. And you know what, let's look at the photos again. And even though the vibes might not be excellent, sometimes you've got to make your own vibe, and it looks like they do have, you know, spaces to have a drink and chill. So I'd probably go for this one. Now let's look at the rooms. Usually I stay at mixed dorms, and considering these are like super expensive hostels in Paris, I would probably take this standard 6-bed mixed dorm because it's the cheapest, and 6 beds isn't that many people. I've stayed in like 12 to 15 bed ones. So I'd probably go for that. Let's see what else they have. Private, 6-bed private. Yep, we can just look at a few more reviews. Great place, top notch, not a party hostel, quiet location. And you know what? Sometimes it's nice to have a quiet hostel because you can just do your partying outside of the hostel and come back and have some peace and quiet when you want to try and sleep. So let's just see here. 1 bed for 4 nights comes out to a grand total of $235.96, which I would not be happy about. I think Paris is really overpriced right now. And that's in May. That's not even like the height of summer. So good luck for anyone going to Paris. I will be staying here in São Paulo, Brazil in the meantime.
Now that you can book a hostel with a little more confidence, I want to direct you to this playlist here called Solo Travel Motivation that will help you get your foot out that door so you can live your own epic travel adventure. I'll see you over there in 3, 2, 1.